So why do we fast? Well, there's a couple of reasons why we fast. As I've already mentioned, fasting is not about going on a diet. Fasting is really about denying specific things that feed our flesh so we can give ourselves more intentionally to the things of God, and we can be more reliant and we can be more sensitive to the leading of the Holy Spirit. A couple of things to look at when we look at why we are fasting. So number one, it is an instruction from Jesus. Jesus instructs us and he says, when you fast, not if you fast, and not if you think it's a good. He says when you fast. So Jesus gives us the instruction and gives us the assumption that, hold on, fasting is a regular and expected activity of a Christian and a part of a Christian's life. So we fast primarily because Jesus instructed us. And so we want to be obedient to his instructions, so we fast. The second reason why we fast is that we put away distractions that pull us away from God and his word. Hebrews 12:2 said, now laying aside everything that distracts us and looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. You see, we live in a world full of distractions, and all of the distractions are vying for our attention. You see, your phone, your work, your activities, the TV, food, your stomach, all of those things are vying for your attention. And they're looking to distract you from keeping your focus on the main thing, from keeping your focus on Jesus, from keeping your focus on the promises of God. And so what we do when we fast is we lay aside all of these distractions so we can give ourselves wholly and intentionally with full focus to God and his word. Number three, the reason why we fast is that it humbles us, reminding us of our dependence on God and breaking strongholds. So we need to understand when we fast, it's not comfortable. It's not nice. You know, if I had to ask you what's your top 5 things to do to have fun, fasting probably wouldn't even make the top 1,000. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. Because it's not necessarily pleasurable. When we fast, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging. And that's really the point of it, is that we cannot do it in our own strength, because in our own strength is going to rely on the very things we're trying to deny, which is the flesh. And so when we deny the flesh, we actually don't have any will or power to overcome that temptation. And so what we need to do is we need to humble ourselves, and we need to put our dependence on God, who then strengthens us to overcome that thing, to overcome the hunger pain, to overcome the temptation to grab that sweet, the temptation to grab the phone. And it pushes us into what the Spirit wants. Number 4, God rewards us publicly for things done privately in his name. Hebrews 12:2 again. He says, look, when you fast, don't make a big show of it. Do it in private. Fast, but don't make it a big, exorbitant and big show out of it. Do it something that we know we're going to fast. We're fasting as a church. We all know we're fasting. But we don't have to go to work and draw attention to ourselves or how much we are sacrificing. You see, Jesus said, when you fast, go into your private room, pray, and the thing that you do in private in my name, I'm going to reward you for publicly. So the reason why we fast as well is that God rewards us when we fast. God rewards us publicly for things done in his name privately. Number 5, fasting results in answered prayer. This is a fact. In Ezra 8:23, it says that we fasted and we inquired of the Lord, and he answered our prayers. You see, we need to understand that fasting leads to answered prayers. How do I know? Well, I've seen it happen in my life and seen it happen in other people's lives. But how does it work? I have no idea. All I know is that when I give myself to God for a specific period of time, I deny my flesh, I feed my spirit, things start to happen. You see, because what I'm actually doing is I'm drawing on the Spirit of God. I'm laying aside the flesh, which the Word says when we sow to the flesh, of the flesh we reap destruction. When we sow to the Spirit, of the Spirit we reap life. So when I fast, I'm denying those things that are actually going to lead me to destruction, and I'm welcoming and feeding those things that are leading to life, those things of the Spirit. So we receive answered prayer when we fast.